Hey guys, so I'm here for my July wrap-up. I know this is going up a bit late, but I hope you guys don't mind. I read 4 books this month and I didn't get to as many books as I wanted to, but I did have a good month because I enjoyed all of the books I read. So the first book I read was The One and Only Ivan by Katherine Applegate. This book was so cute. I loved it so much. And if you want to know more about this book, I did a full review on the blog, which you can go check out. So I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, and I really enjoyed a couple of lines in here. So I will read you the little quote that's on the first page that I really enjoyed, and it says, "It is never too late to be what you might have been," and George Eliot said that. So I definitely recommend this, and I hope you guys check it out. The next book I read was What Happens Next by Colleen Clayton, and I read this with Annabelle from In the Book Corner. So this book is about this girl. She goes on this ski trip with her class and something happens, and I can't really say what it is because that's what the book is basically based on. So me and Annabelle had pretty much the same opinion on this book. We thought the first half was kind of slow and we really enjoyed the second half, and I ended up giving this a 3.5, but it definitely was a quick fun read and I definitely enjoyed reading it with Annabelle, and I hope we can read more books together. The next book I read was The Shade of the Moon by Susan Beth Pfeffer. This is the 4th book in the series and I was so excited to get it from Phil from P-Book Buddy. I was not disappointed. Personally, I thought that this was a really good ending to the series, and I literally read it in like 2 days. So since this is the last book in the series, I don't really want to say much about it because I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I definitely recommend picking up the first book. I really enjoyed the series and it's kind of sad it's over. It was kind of depressing because so many people die, but I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, and like I said, I definitely recommend picking up the series. And the last book I read in July was How They Met and Other Stories by David Levithan. I love this book. This was one of my favorites of the month. It had so many good quotes and lines that I loved in it. Look at all the tabs. I loved this. And all the stories were so good. So good. I don't want to read my favorite quote because it's really long, but if you want to take a look at one of my favorite quotes, I included it in my review. I will link my review below if you want to go check that out. But I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely go back and read my favorite stories and read my favorite lines. So that was my wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later with probably more book hauls.